Whoops. I guess I forgot to push the button. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. How you doing?
Bits.
Round 2. Fight.
It's better that they didn't hear the beginning. It was awkward.
Hi, Bill.
I guess it's awkward now.
What's up, Bill?
Hey, what's up, Bill? Anyway, welcome. We are Say's First Death, a tabletop actual play and podcast that airs every Saturday here on twitch.tv/Say's First Death at 10 p.m. Eastern. I don't know why I did that backwards. Tonight we're playing our Cyberpunk RED campaign. Shades of Scarlet. I am Blank, the Game Master, referee, and meme lord. I'm not a meme lord. With me today is Jess as Moxie11. Go ahead.
Hey, guys.
The Nyan cat of street reporters. Fair enough. You know, I can see it. It's all the colors. Games is Wraith.
Oh, hi.
As popular a rocker as Lightsaber Kid. Okay.
Alright.
Hades as Deeps.
Howdy.
Netrunner who watches the ceiling cat. Okay. Ada has Checkers.
Hello.
Tech that has better luck than Brian. Oh, poor Brian. And last but not least, Giffy as Quinn.
Hello.
Solo who just got back from the dentist and wants to know if it will always feel like this. God, I wish it would. All right, with that, I will pass it on to Ada for a dark content warning.
So, this is a dark future, which means that while we do ridiculous things quite often, we also encounter things or do things that are pretty darn dark. We have tools and methods to make sure our comfort levels are seen to, but we can't do that for everybody. So, if something is bothering you, triggering you, any of that, please step away and take care of yourself. It's really important to us.
Indeed. And I gotta say, I don't understand the ceiling cat one.
You don't remember Ceiling Cat? Even I know Ceiling Cat.
What's ceiling cat?
He
don't
watches
know
you
ceiling
do
cat?
things.
I said
The
I
whole-
don't know.
Okay, so there's a picture of a hole in the
Shocked.
ceiling and a cat sticking his head through. And the most popular one said, "Ceiling cat watches you masturbate."
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, anyway, last time on Shades of Scarlet.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Ba-da.
Great segue. I like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm a master of my craft. Clearly. You can tell with how prepared I am for these last time songs. There was a car chase. Moxie zooms off into the night, bringing a slew of Tiger Claw vehicles to chase her in a high pursuit. Along with Miss Sparkles, the nomad, I guess, companion. Driving Rex's big-ass truck. They get into a little bit of a shootout. What?
SUV.
Whatever. SUV.
There's difference. There's a difference.
I know. Anyway. Bullets fly. Grenades are thrown. Motorcycles come in and get blown up pretty much almost immediately. And the team, well, Moxie and Rex manage to get away. However, Miss Sparkles takes on quite a significant amount of punishment in her vehicle. Or her vehicle does. However, they do manage to escape the Tiger Claws, and all is well. And Wraith has a touching moment with Miss Nadia and gets pulled away by Desiree, who is annoyed at him for not following her direct command to stay near Angelina. And yeah, they head off to have a relaxing after party at Ray's apartment. A small, low-key thing. A few key people. And that's where we begin our session today. The adrenaline from last night's events wears off as night fades, or I guess, what's the reverse of a feed? Comes back to day. You guys wake up in the morning. The various tasks that you have to do, going to the Construct Corp headquarters, bringing a old, beat up barber's chair to the haircutting wizard, and, you know, tentatively plans to retake the Nook. Though nothing has been entirely solidified. Well, maybe they have. But at least dates haven't been released of when anything's going to happen, I don't think. Moxie, your casual browse on your phone in the morning, checking the news, as you often do, state that there's tension going on in Watson, all across the northern area. There's a high reportage of crimes, muggings, robberies, and vandalism. Going on up in that region. Or, I'm sorry, in the kind of northwestern region. Not quite near the Militech base up there. That's a little too far, but further south than that.
Okay.
But the reports don't only come from that region, they're just heavily concentrated there. They're going on pretty much everywhere in Watson. There's seems to be a state of unrest, kind of thrumming as an undercurrent in
Like
Watson.
it'd be easy to start a riot.
Potentially.
Does it say anything about like what may be causing this or who's involved in these?
This is actually not really a direct news report. It's an observation you are making.
Okay. Is there a common thread in any of these?
That's a great question.
I haven't
Roll a
noticed.
deduction.
Sure. I don't know which days to use.
The good one, of course.
Well,
good
that
one.
rolled a 4.
Yeah.
I just
So-
remembered I will need dice, so
You still have a really high deduction.
I do. That's an 18.
18 is fine.
I,
For this.
yeah,
It's
well,
pretty
it
common.
could be better. I'm just saying.
Now, I will say a lot of the reports don't really fill you in on key details. Like, what's involved, what exactly was stolen, who it was stolen from. But,
Okay.
kind of linking together several of the ones that do say something. You do notice, now, this isn't true of all of those, But you do notice a significant trend in maelstromers in particular involved in these crimes. Whether that's common to you or not, I mean, it could be coincidence. Maelstrom is quite aggressive, generally. But what strikes you as odd, I guess, what makes you connect that dot, is that, you know, they're heavily concentrated in the northwest. But this is kind of from all over, so it's like they're spreading out somewhat.
Okay. I have no other questions at this time about that I
Awesome.
can think of. I'll get back to it.
The day is yours. I assume Quinn goes to work.
Thought I wasn't allowed to go back to work until I did therapy.
You'll still do your training, you're just not allowed to do
In the field.
on the field. You're just not allowed to be on the field.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Then I'm gonna go do training.
Okay. Anybody have anything in particular they'd like to accomplish today?
Can I retcon something that will not affect anything yet?
I'm not going to
Okay.
commit to that.
I mean,
Make your request, and I will see.
I need to
Smart.
remind Deeps that I need the cover story website forged during the party last night, but he doesn't need to worry about it until this morning.
Oh yeah, that's fine. He wasn't here last week.
Yeah, so I
Or
did
wait,
totally
wait,
tell
Wait,
him.
they-
yes, he was.
I think Moxie and Rex would like to talk to Checkers at the party last night and just be like, hey.
Okay. Go
Yeah, I
ahead
thought
and
we were-
say what you guys need to. Get it out of the way now.
Wraith, you go first.
No, I just would have reminded Deeps, like, so that website I need forged, like, tomorrow's fine, but they're going to look into me at some point. So,
Who is?
We're having a flashback sequence as everybody wakes
Yeah.
up this morning.
oh, what did I do last night? Oh, yeah. The guy at the architect firm,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna need to come off as legit. Like I said, my name's Franz Gildenstein.
You better text me that.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll text you in the morning.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you say as you wake up and
It's all right. I was trashed. So go toxin binders.
Right.
No hang.
And then what were you wanting to say to Checkers?
To Checkers? Yeah,
Yeah.
either at as the after party was wrapping up, the concert was wrapping up, or we get to back to Gossamer Flats. Checkers, you notice Rex's car is kind of full of bullet holes? I don't think any of the windows got shot out, but there's definitely bullet holes.
yeah.
Uh,
a lot
Okay.
of them.
So yeah, Moxie and Rex would wave you over. Checkers, just out of curiosity, could you fix this? No, okay, I know you can. Do you have the materials and space to fix this?
Mm. GM, how bad a repair is this?
Oops. Well, let me check.
Oops, all bullet holes.
It's only holes. I mean, the car is it's not a
This is
car
the worst
anymore,
kind
it's
of
just
donuts.
holes.
Oh, Swiss cheese.
No, I'm just kidding. Where the hell are cars? Oh. Crap. I didn't write it on the sheet. It's in the... this thing. Oh, it's not too bad.
I thought it was only like 20 points of damage.
Yeah, 19. Yeah. Plus the armor. Yeah, so it's not in too bad a condition. The thing is quite bulky. So... doing a repair would be... where is that? It's in the main book, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just don't ask me exactly where.
I never remember either. I think it's in getting it done. Sorry, give me a second.
Vehicle repair 163. Oh no, that's upgrade, sorry.
So yeah, it'd take you about 3 hours of work.
Okay. Yeah. I'll need a few hours, but I can fix it.
Just a few hours.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, as long as I don't get pulled away, yeah.
Fantastic. How would you potentially like to work on a car that's in much worse condition that you'll get paid?
That'll take
If
a
I
week.
get paid and they're not expecting me to work magic overnight, sure.
Not overnight, but it's gonna take a while, and they're likely going to want your full attention.
As long as they're not irrational about it, sure. But
I can at the
I
very
mean-
least set up a meeting if you'd like.
sure.
Sparkles, who's driving the other lead car, her vehicle, I don't think was running by the end of it.
Okay. I mean, I'm absolutely down, but isn't she a nomad?
She is a stray.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I'll let her know. Day after tomorrow, maybe?
For meeting with her?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know when you want to go see a sewer kid.
Tomorrow.
Then yes. Day after tomorrow's fine.
Alright. Flashback over.
I text Deeps.
Okay. All right. Quinn, during your
Yep.
work week or work day, you are pulled into one of the office rooms. Or well, let me start with this. There is a hustle and bustle in the station that you haven't really seen before. Everybody seems to be very committed to their tasks. There's no dicking around. Everybody's filing, vigilantly doing their paperwork, and making sure the office is in order and that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll start there. So you enter the police department. Your immediate reaction. or your the thing you notice immediately.
Okay, so I walk into the
Sorry.
office and they pull. I'm very confused because you said they pulled me into an office while I was
Yeah,
working.
yeah. But I'm
So-
retconning that part. This is what you notice when you walk into the office.
Okay, everybody's just busy working.
Yes.
Right. I guess I'm gonna walk into the training area.
Okay. Not really say anything.
Not
Okay.
really. No.
Okay.
No, don't need to say anything.
You and the other probies get to work putting on your BD headsets and start your training sims up. But as you're going through, maybe a few hours into the training sim, the BD stops. Reality kind of hits you in the face as you're sucked out of the sim. It's kind of unexpected and a little bit jarring. And Jenkins is there. He says, "Hey, buddy.
Howdy, Doc.
So I've been asked to stop your sim. You've got a meeting apparently."
Meeting with who?
The deputy chief is visiting today. He wants to have a meeting with you.
All right.
You could keep, what I did for you on the down low. I would very much appreciate it.
It's already forgotten, Doc.
Appreciate it. He takes off your headset, starts unplugging the Trode net from your head. Unless you have interface plugs. I don't know.
No, I don't.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I guess he's in 2B waiting for you. Or was it
Alright.
not 2B? Yeah, no, it was 2B. I hate myself for that.
I enjoyed it.
Like,
All right, Doc. You sure it's a 2B?
no, it's not 2B. That's the question, really. No, 2B, yes.
All right, thanks, Doc. Do I know where 2B is? I'm assuming it's probably labeled pretty.
Yeah, you know where the office rooms are, and you can find 2B well enough. You walk through the main office. You see Mendez and Murphy there diligently doing their work. Even, not Murphy, McKinley. And Pablo kind of gives you a nod.
A nod back.
You walk through the array of desks heading to the office, I guess, wing of the PD, where you see room 2B. Head in there, and you see a man stands maybe 6'1", dark hair that's kind of graying on the sides, cut into very military type buzz cut. He's got his he's got a uniform on, decorated in all sorts of badges. An old bulky cybernetic arm has replaced his left arm, and he's got significant eye damage on his left eye as well. It's been replaced by a dark red cybernetic eye, but there's all like the skin around his eyes has been warped in a way that almost looks akin to like a burn scar, essentially. Eyebrows like kind of this is just the hair follicles have been burnt off, so he doesn't really have much of an eyebrow on that side of his face. On his badge, on his name tag, where it says, Deputy Chief Hernandez. He gives you a nod.
I walk up to him and hold out my hand.
He extends his good hand, shakes it.
Howdy, Chief. What can I do for you today?
Howdy. Well, you are quintessential, right?
That's my name.
A pleasure to meet you, Quintessential. Please, take a seat.
I sit in one of the chairs.
He takes his seat as well. I understand you are... Oh, excuse me. My name is Frank Hernandez.
Nice to meet you, Frank.
I understand you have been put on a little bit of a probation given a psychological profile.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute or two for the captain to take a shine to me, but she'll get there eventually.
Perhaps. She's a bit of a hard ass.
That she is, Chief.
But, if we turned away every officer that failed the psych exam, I don't think the streets would have very many officers.
Yeah, I've been out on them streets. You have to be crazy to wear a badge.
You're telling me. Dealt with my own situations. Kind of like gestures to his left side. Anyway, I also understand that you possess a certain skill set and you frequent a certain area occasionally.
Yeah, pretty much go where I want.
I understand. Well, I have a request. I got a special assignment, and I can smooth things over with your captain, if you take it. There's some more surreptitious threats in Watson, and we have some certain assets we'd like to protect in a particular neighborhood. I just need you to make sure that those assets are protected. If you do that for me, I can make sure this whole psych exam thing is swept under the mat. Get you on the force as soon as your training is done, of course. You don't gotta worry about your captain. I can take care of her.
All right. So let me guess, this is one of them assignments that being a little crazy is going to be an asset. Am I right?
Potentially. I don't know exactly any situation. I don't know too many details, I guess I'll put it that way. But I just need to make sure that these assets remain safe.
All right, I can do that.
You can. Excellent. So why don't you finish up your training? I'll smooth things over with your captain. We can meet later this week and discuss more details about it.
All right, Chief, that sounds good to me.
Excellent. Mr. Excuse me, Officer Citizen.
I nod my head at him.
He takes a stand, extends his hand.
I stand up and take his hand.
Gives it a shake. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
You too, Chief.
Then what? What do you do?
I'm probably gonna walk out.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna text our group chat saying, "Ha! Told you being crazy was a good thing."
So randomly in the morning, roughly,
Yep.
you get a text that says, I told you being crazy would pan out or whatever.
I feel like this is an emotion we should explore the next time we're just visiting.
I'll think that too, but then promptly forget about it immediately.
Out loud, Moxie says, I'm going to regret this. And then texts back, what happened? What good news did you just get?
I'm not sure I want to know.
So I'm gonna text back. Yeah, my boss's boss just came in and said he's got something for me.
Good.
Moxie's trying so hard to be real delicate. There's a lot of dots and then deletes and then dots and then deletes. Nope, deletes. Did he give you any specifics other than deletes? So how does being crazy factor in? Sends.
Oh, we haven't got that far yet. I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated.
But your message said being crazy was a good thing.
I just mean in general. No, you
Okay, well,
guys-
good luck with that, Quinn. If you need any help, let me know.
I said a thumbs up emoji.
Nice.
Moxie puts the
I am
phone down,
unreasonably
pinches the bridge of her
worried.
nose. Do you send that in the group chat?
Yeah.
Cammy is typing now. You guys are up too fucking early.
You're up too fucking late.
There's coffee in the kitchen.
Egg. Is there anything you guys would like to do today?
I would like to create a website. Well,
Okay.
forge a website.
I guess I feel like it's an
Expertly
artistic
forged.
skill, even though this isn't perfect. Just do the draw, paint, sculpt. I guess I could allow forgery, but I think the draw, paint, sculpt is.
Well, I would think with forgery, I would basically copy somebody else's website and then forge all his credentials and stuff by changing another website rather than do it.
That's
the hard
actually
way
quite
from
smart.
ground up.
Okay, go ahead.
It would look more professional that way.
Right.
20.
20 is damn good. Yeah, it'll take you we'll say it'll take you the day to do.
Okay.
Keep in mind that none of your like links actually submit any data. It'll look like they do, but you're not storing that anywhere. Like you don't have a net architecture or any. I guess you could maybe hook up something if you'd like them to actually submit, but you'd need to purchase like a storage device. Could be an optical chip, I suppose.
Could I do a chip on my laptop just because
Sure.
it's so small?
Sure.
Because I have a few of those.
I think that's fair. If you have a chip, yeah, you can use one of those. Just mark it like data from your website or whatever.
I will change that right now.
Anything else? That'll take you the day, basically.
I'm going to message Moxie and be like, when do you want to go?
Whenever you're ready. Is it just going to be the two of us?
I don't know. We should probably have some muscle with us, though, because those rats are no joke.
Agreed.
During this conversation, you also get a message from me that's like, "Hey, Moxie, I had a question about the plan."
To Wraith, she responds, "What's your question?" To Checkers, she responds, "Well, Quinn's out, and Deeps probably shouldn't. I mean, Deeps could, if you want, though he shouldn't get injured before his next concert in a few days."
What about Rex?
So Wraith texts back.
He says, "So I know the plan. What am I supposed to be doing now, other than waiting?"
She puts her phone down on the table. Where is Rex?
Is this in the group chat, real quick, before I tell you?
I assume they are separate messages to Moxie.
Yeah, these are individual.
Mine was to Moxie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume both individual. Yeah.
Yeah, Rex is Rex has gone out. He has a debt to collect. That's what he told you this morning on his way out, so he is not there currently.
Did he say how long he'd be?
Probably a few hours.
She will text Rex. Hey love, after your current errand, are you busy or available to hang on. How is Mark's gonna word this? For security work. Let's go with that.
Out of everybody in this group, I think that Rex would be the least likely one to want to go into the sewers.
Right. If
Yeah.
he,
100%.
he shows up in like an all white suit.
Yeah.
That is
All right,
entirely
let's play.
fair.
It's like, I'm ready. Wait, where are we going? I can probably help you out. What's up?
Mhm. Mhm.
Moxie has to do a lot of thinking today.
Yeah, I gotta word this real
Long.
carefully.
Is this the dots again?
Yeah.
No, she's
It's just
thinking.
silence. So a question
Just
mark comes. So,
Checkers and while Checkers and Quinn were scoping out an alternate route, they stumbled upon who I think is the hair wizard. Not sure if you ever ran into her in the neighborhood.
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Well, Checkers made a deal and she wants to go drop off some stuff, only there's some cybernetically enhanced rats down there that her and Quinn ran into, and so we'd like some muscle to join us.
You're talking about the Toxic Kings.
Apparently the gang is in the area. Yeah, they only ran into the rats.
Yeah. I've been working on getting some intel from the area. I heard about them. You want to go down there?
I mean, I'd rather convince her to leave the sewers, personally. But we still have to go down there to talk to her. Plus, she knows, apparently, pathways to get us to the neighborhood. I mean, they're
Okay.
blocked by a gang and something called a rat king? I don't know. Don't ask me.
I've heard of it. What a rat king is a bunch of rats with their tails all knotted up. So I don't know if that's so scary. Anyway, you want me to go in the sewers with you just to escort you because of this rat king thing.
Because of the cybernetic rats. Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
Fucking fantastic. I'll put on my best Sunday duds.
You know, I'm sure you could borrow one of the suits. That's what I was gonna wear. The radiation
Like
suit.
the hazmat suits.
Fuck yeah. I'm not getting my
you
clothes
know,
filthy,
I
you
wouldn't
fucking mad?
be opposed. You still got them?
I've got mine. I think the rest of the crew, you guys kept yours. Sorry, just out of character. You guys all kept yours, right? Nobody gave theirs back to Moxie.
Nope.
Weren't you supposed to return those to Mendez?
He never asked to return, like for them to be returned. He never followed up with them, so that's on him.
Yep. Fair enough.
They're mine until he asks. I'm sure you could ask. Quinn's probably your closest in stature, yeah?
Probably. He's a bit bigger than me.
Yeah, but I feel like Deep's a Wraith, it would be too tall.
Yeah, too skinny. Yeah.
You can ask Quinn.
Alright. Sure.
What time are you free?
I'm almost strapped up here. And by the way, you can kind of hear like a muffled person in the distance. Oh wait, no, this is a text. I'm sorry. I guess you don't hear that.
Oh, that would have been great, though.
No, he's using speech to
He's
text.
using
He's
yeah.
using speech to
Inaudible
text to
mumbles.
purposely incriminate himself. Sure. No.
Like the inaudible mumbles.
Yeah, you say, give me about an hour or so.
Alright.
Nova. Stay frosty.
You too. Then Moxie's going to text Checkers. Rax needs an hour and to pick up Quinn's radiation suit, and we'll be good to go.
Sounds good. Is your car or is his car at the garage? I can get started on it.
Great question, GM. Where did Rex's car end up?
Just your guys' garage.
We're at a okay, because like he and I are at the hotel.
Oh, right. So,
So
it'd
would
be-
we have, but would we
it'd
have
be
left
with
it?
him.
That makes sense though.
Well,
Is
he
he
would've-
driving it while it's
he would. Yeah, he's got to drive it.
cool? No, he could have taken Moxie's bike.
Did you? I guess if you offered that, he probably would
Yeah,
have taken it.
She would have.
So you have it then. You have the keys to it.
Okay. I can drop it off at the garage.
All right, cool.
Nova. And then I'll see you there. Then Moxie is going to text Wraith. Are you home?
Yeah, I'm making breakfast, watching a telenovela.
Nova,
Somebody told me
I'll
I
see you
should
in
start
10.
watching anime, so I'm thinking I might start a new series.
Sure. You know what? I will see you in 10. Moxie's gonna make a quick pit stop just to grab like some kibble packs, some MREs, some water, and like a bag of snacks.
Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check, by the way.
Yeah, I have to keep checking my posture. And then she will meet Checkers in the garage at Gossamer Flats.
Hi.
Okay. Thank you for fixing this up.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not too bad. It's just bullet holes.
Yeah. That could have been a lot worse.
Your repair obviously won't.
I know I won't get it finished.
Well, it's more like, Well, I guess. No, never mind. Forget I said anything. It'll be fine. You can repair it, but it hasn't been damaged enough that things can't be like repainted, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It'll need a paint job after the fact.
Yeah.
Do you need anything from me other than?
No, I mean, just put it in your space. I'll park this in Wraith and Deeps because I have the van or the Archer, and I'll work on it until we're ready to go.
Alright, I'm going to pop upstairs and chat with Wraith. If you need anything, give me a holler.
Sounds good.
And she'll park the SUV, hand triggers the keys, and go see Wraith.
Okay. Wraith, what are you up to?
I am. I've got like a bowl of half-eaten cereal, like kibble and milk next to me, and I'm like got my drumsticks out, just mindlessly drumming while I'm watching Free, the anime.
Okay. There's a knock on your door. Deeps is probably there too on the couch. His laptop on his belly. Just programming while copying code, essentially.
So
Making
do you want to be
modification.
married, or
Yeah, I think it makes it more believable if I'm married.
all right? How long do you want to be doing this for?
I've been doing it for a while because I've gotten up to middle management. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Come in.
it's unlocked.
There's a pause. The door opens. Moxie enters. You are normally keeping this locked, right?
Yeah, typically. You said you were coming by, so
Just making sure. Hey, Deeps.
Yo.
Mark's is gonna walk into the room, take a seat near you, across from you. However, wherever there's a spot where
seat
she
next to
can
me.
easily chat with you. Okay, so you're waiting to hear back from dude at the construction place.
Yeah, Jeeps is working on the website.
Brilliant. And you're talking to Desiree to host a concert in a few days.
Yeah,
Sunday, I believe it would be, to hype the article.
yeah, for the article release, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Desiree about the concert on Sunday?
I told her there would be one. We haven't really worked out any details yet.
Okay, so your plan on what you're doing next is not sitting and waiting, it's to talk to Desiree and figure out the specifics of Sunday's concert.
Sure.
Right.
Want some cocoa kibbles?
No, but I'll wait while you call it. Moxie leans back in the couch, crosses one leg over the other. Checkers is working on the car, I got time.
I sent Desiree a message. Yo, girl, what you doing?
Oh,
What do you need?
I call her.
She picks up. Mm-hmm.
Hey, so you know how I said we'd be doing another show in Countdown says it is about 64 hours from now?
Mm-hmm.
We should probably set up a show.
And where did you want to have this one?
I kind of believe in your vision as far as this goes.
It should probably be in Watson.
I put it on speakerphone. Apparently, it should probably be in Watson.
I assume not at the Nook.
No.
No. Hi, Desiree.
Hi.
Moxie.
Alright, 64 hours. Okay. Well,
So,
you surely
the
make me work for the money, that's for sure.
I will give you a big vacation after we make some money right now.
Alright.
The purpose of this concert is to hype the article that will hopefully remove the people in the Nook.
So the next one can be in the Nook.
So the next one can be in the Nook. But since
Stepping
the
stone.
article is going to affect that neighborhood, having the concert in Watson, where it will have the most impact, would be ideal. But again, somewhere safe, not directly in front of.
Like your old stomping grounds or nothing.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. Well, then in the Nook is, I mean, that's a very niche area. Very small.
Yeah, not the Nook direct. We don't want to have it in the Nook.
Understood. Okay. I'm trying to
I
think
know
of something to do. I feel like it needs to be bigger than the last one, perhaps a little bit.
Yes.
So, Daishi Float is kind of a big one to do. I might be able to get some context, maybe what we could do is something with like an AV flying in, bands playing on the AV with door open, got speakers on the front blasting. A little bit harder
have
to
access
keep safe.
To an AV?
We'll see.
I might be able to help there if that's the direction we're going.
Oh. Well, that'll make things.
If
Wait.
that's the direction we're going. I'm not sure I really feel comfortable having Wraith and Deeps on top of an AV.
Not on top, sweetheart. Inside.
Better. See, Wraith said on top, and Wraith would go on top.
I'm sitting
So would
quietly.
Deeps. I love you both, but you both would.
I'll look over,
We both
shake my nod my head. Yeah.
They're both like, yeah, we would have.
How on earth do you have access to an AV?
We got connections.
We know people.
Okay. I guess I know better than to ask. Okay. Give me some time to brainstorm.
Sure.
There is some
Um,
unrest in North Watson right now, so maybe South
There's-
would be better.
There's what in North?
Unrest.
Oh.
It looks like Maelstrom may be fighting for territory, spreading out.
Hmm.
Which may be a boon, because it may prevent our enemies from messing with it, but we'd have to pay off Maelstrom, which is
Right.
possible. That actually, that might be better, now that I think about it.
I also have one more thing to pitch at you, but I don't want to like stress you out and put too much on your plate.
What is it?
Sorry, are you talking to Desiree or Moxie?
To Desiree. Well, the phone's between you and I, so kind of to both, but really to Desiree. So I was thinking for the next big piece, the one after this, 5 simultaneous concerts, right?
How are you going to be at 5 concerts at the same time?
That's the trick. One band member at each location, and the rest are done through holograms. And it's simulcasted to 5 different locations at the same time.
We need a good tech to get the equipment to work in perfect sync, but that's doable.
How
Right.
rad would that be, though? And think of the door prices. Like, that's 5 different venues.
Why aren't we doing that for this?
Oh,
I mean, we could be.
I mean, we definitely.
It seems like it'd be a good idea to split you guys up so that way if one location gets hit,
It's only one person to watch out for. And hopefully, it's Gage's location that gets hit.
what do you
That's a
have
joke.
against Gage?
That was a joke.
Wow, just wow.
Do you want me to replace him? I mean, I
No,
don't mind
I think
firing
he's
his
a
ass.
really good guy, and I like to work with him.
It doesn't sound like you do, though.
No, I do. I think he's an important member of the band.
You know I can
I-
see you, right?
I cover the camera.
Yeah, we definitely need 2 bassists. So
No, I think honestly, all the members of the band are valuable. But if I was making a list, he would like be second, and everybody else would be tied for first.
So I'm gonna ask you again,
Uh-huh.
why don't I just fire his ass?
I like him.
Because
He's
then
part
the
of the
5
band.
shows would go down to 4, and that doesn't have a nice kind of star shape to it.
Okay. Sure. Anyway, so 5 concerts simultaneously broadcast
Uh,
at the same time.
I think we
That's
didn't
actually
want to
quite-
try to have to protect multiple people. Is
What's
why
that?
not this one. We don't want to have to try to protect multiple areas.
No, that's true, but it's a interesting and unique idea.
It is, and if for some reason the article fails, having it in different locations is going to draw our enemies out, where we can take them out in smaller groups.
we don't need to tell her that part.
She just did.
I did.
So
But
this
you're like a
is
lawyer, right?
a coup.
I have like
I'm not a lawyer.
confidentiality
No,
with you.
I'm a band manager. I have lawyers. What are you talking about?
Well, I just mean like you can't testify against me, right?
Yeah, she could.
I could, but that doesn't help me.
All right, good enough.
My
Okay, let
point
me get this
is,
straight. You
it's
don't want to do
more-
the
it's
5.
better for us if it happens after the fact.
Okay, so the point is, you want to have it in one location so you can filter your enemies into one spot. Is that the right of it?
This current concert, I'd like to have in one location, so we only have to protect one location.
So these are good things. I'm glad I'm asking questions. I didn't know this. Okay, so something.
I don't know if
perhaps-
we explained this to you, right? That there are people trying to kill us.
I told her
I
about
mean,
the whole
she-
conspiracy.
No, I was in the office with you. You invited me to the office to explain it to Desiree. I remember this conversation.
Yes, he explained that it was something about a world takeover or something,
Yeah.
Well, this is the beta phase.
and
but
this is essentially a dual-pronged effort. You are going to release your article with this show, and hopefully we can get a bunch of eyes on that and spread the word about your article, right?
Right. And the article will help prevent this world takeover.
So what could we do that is epic enough that is going to draw the interest of a significant number of people all at once in Watson and East?
Hey, you said the shipping containers available, right? It's just a little messy, gruesome.
I'm sorry.
It smells like death, like a lot, but it is technically
Well,
available.
we have 64 hours.
Well, I'm thinking if you played on top of shipping containers and they were moving, that could look really cool.
We could do something in a boat across the Del Coronado.
Yeah, but we
Oh,
can't
wait,
get a
but
lot
then-
of gears on a boat.
Yeah, and it's
You-
also, there's a lot of liabilities.
Yeah.
It's not a good place to filter your enemies to.
Though we know a guy with a boat, so if we ever need a plan that involves a boat,
That's true, we do. We have airships.
You
we
can
have
think on this, on
boats.
some epic idea. That's fine.
I will.
As
help
long as you
with any
understand
epic
kind of
idea.
where we're. I
Any
want
other
to think that you
stipulations I need to
understood-
be aware of?
No, I would like to make you a lot of money and be heard by a lot of people.
Much like this last one, expect that someone may come or a group of people may come to take them out.
Well, hopefully our defense budget won't be as taxing as the last one.
Well,
If we're
stationary
not doing
should be easier than
yeah, it's a
mobile.
stationary one might be better. So
I do know snipers, so if you can have somewhere with good sniper vantage points,
What about like at the docks where you're on top of stuff?
Could be
Low
on top of
point.
stuff. Yeah. We need to be big.
I don't think I have any other stipulations.
well, I'll do some thinking then. I don't have a lot of time. It's kind of my bad. I just got distracted with other things. So I apologize. But I'll get back to you.
I'm not your only client, and I apologize for being difficult.
You're fine.
Thank you for your time. Have a good rest of your day.
Mm-hmm. She hangs up.
I hang up. I
You know-
unpause my show.
It's really like we can tell when you're being just like that professional, disingenuous. Like
That wasn't disingenuous.
it sounds disingenuous.
Yeah, but sometimes I sound like I'm lying when I'm not, and sometimes I don't sound like I'm lying when I am.
I'm just saying.
It's part of my charm.
No. When you change your voice and you're just like, I really appreciate what you've done. It comes across as just fake, like you're saying the words because you know you need to say them, but you don't actually mean them.
I do mean them though.
Well, then you should say it like you would say it, not like some fucking recording.
That is how I said it because that is how I would say it. Moxie, I value you as a friend and I value your opinion, and thank you for letting me know that sometimes I sound disingenuous.
See? That just sounds condescending. You were doing really good for the first half.
It was not condescending.
I'm just saying. Oh, hey, Teeps, how'd your date go?
It went really well. It was a lot of fun. We went jet skiing and then went and got some food. Went out and danced. That was about it.
I'm glad it went well for you.
Yeah.
Oh, and Wraith, actually, how did your meet up with your sister go?
Fine. Good.
I have a thought.
Yeah.
Is there any roller derby rinks around Watson?
Yeah,
Because we could probably do a concert at one of those.
there's a team at Watson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send.
There's also,
Desiree
there's
a
also a
message.
team at Playland by the Sea.
What if we did it on a roller coaster?
Oh. Yes.
Please put it on speakerphone when you ask this question. Because while epic, and I don't disagree with that, I also feel like thinking the boat was a liability, roller coaster definitely is, but I really just want to hear that.
Hey,
Put it on
Desiree,
speakerphone.
I know you're busy. I'm messaging her now.
Okay.
I know you're busy, but I had a couple of quick ideas to throw past you.
Your phone starts ringing.
Answer it. All right. So hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Roller derbies, because there's some up in Watson, right? That's a thing. We've already kind of done it, but it's not a bad idea because it's a large venue. Also, what about a roller coaster?
Where the hell am I gonna get a roller coaster to set up in Watson?
Playland by the Sea.
That's not Watson.
No.
She did want it in Watson.
It's true. But how epic would that future show idea? Roller coaster.
Okay, but I need to focus on this one.
Okay.
I did come up with an idea though.
Okay. All right. I love it.
Potentially. So there is a radio broadcast node in Watson. I think that we can set you up on top of the building with that antenna, hijack the antenna to broadcast your music and consequentially the article on a private or on a pirate radio frequency
I love
at
it.
the same time as your concert. So you'll be on top of the building, nice and secure.
Sure.
We can cover the entrances to that building. And it's something I could throw together last minute, and we wouldn't really have to pay a venue fee because we'd be essentially just stealing it.
Right. Sub idea. I love that. We'll go with that. That's plan A.
Okay.
Is there any way we can hijack all of the digital signs in Secura Plaza and have it also broadcast the show. Use everybody's TV screens against them.
For advertisements, that would require a lot more coordination than I could probably achieve in
was just a
62
thought.
hours. No, it's
Right.
an interesting thought. We might be able to handle the ones immediately, especially if you know some net runners.
I do. Girl, if you're ever wondering, like, hey, does Wraith know somebody? I do.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
I love the pirate idea.
Yeah.
So you want, just so I understand, you want the article, the because it's a video. You want it to go out at the same time as, or like after the concert, like directly after?
With the concert.
I was thinking at the climax of the concert, so everybody's watching.
Okay.
But I don't know. I assume that was your goal.
No, it's not a bad idea. Does anybody operate out of that station right now?
It's a very nascent idea, so I'll see. I'll find out.
Yeah, no, you did the important part. You came up with the plan. Now we got to work out the details.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, look into the radio station, and I don't know, maybe Wraith can pick at least five different screens to broadcast to. Commercial screens.
Right.
How did you all feel about the costumes?
I really enjoy the costumes. I think that sometimes we should have like a remove them kind of thing, and sometimes like we're just like bam in the costumes. Like I think it's a good idea, but like for that punk rock edge, sometimes we want to be a little bit, edgy.
Okay. So is that a nice way of telling me not this time?
When we're doing something organized, like being on a float or at a big venue, I think the costumes are a great idea. I think when we're doing a guerrilla show, like on the roof of a stolen broadcast tower, maybe we go a little more edgy.
Okay.
Situational.
So that means y'all will need to dress up yourselves.
Right.
Okay.
So quick question here though. What we'd be doing is illegal, so wouldn't we actually want to be disguised?
That's not a bad idea. But we don't want people to not know it's us anyway.
But we just debuted our new costumes at the last concert, so they would know it's us.
All right, we'll
I
do
don't
the
think there's a
costume.
way around them knowing it's not you if we broadcast.
I
it.
mean, it's
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, we'll do the
Except it's
costumes
to
when we're doing crimes.
Mm.
People know it's us, Jess. I mean,
It's to
Moxie.
hype.
I'm so used to disappointing you that I said the wrong name.
You don't disappoint me. That's all in your
Oh my
head,
God.
for what it's worth. But guys, we want people to know that this is what we're doing to help our community, and when we go to
Yeah.
reclaim it, so we kind of want them to know it's us.
Right.
This isn't one of those stealth secret ones.
Oh, well then no, we don't need the costume.
Yeah, no costumes for this one. Thank you, though.
Okay. Nova, I will work on getting the details together.
I appreciate
we
if I can
good?
help
Any other
anyway,
ideas?
please let me know.
Okay.
But just out of curiosity, the roller coaster idea for future is
It's
Yes.
gold, right?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm gonna order her some flowers to be delivered to her as soon as I get off the phone.
Okay.
Which 5 of these pictures do you like best, Raid?
Oh, I like this one. I think.
All right. I'm gonna cut and paste that onto the to the clothes you're wearing. Photoshop.
Nice.
So don't forget, you're gonna be asked, "Wow, you really look like Raid."
Right.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard of this gentleman. Is he a local individual?
everybody's head of Wraith. Go with
Yeah,
Dukes'
I know.
plan. Yeah, I get that a lot.
All right.
Something I forgot to mention. I think I raised some. I'll do it. Sorry.
That's not concerning at all.
No,
That
it
was
was
talking
about,
about
it
rep.
was about reputation raising and the two.
Oh, yeah.
raised
Oh.
last week.
Yeah, I have a rep of 4.
Nice.
People now know who I am.
It's true. We were in a film. So.
True.
All right, so I would like to request that maybe one of those screens is in front of or near the NCPD Precinct 3.
All right.
A lot of pressure from what I've recorded is on them to do something. I don't want them to miss it. I want it to be right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is Desiree still on the phone?
No.
No,
You're
they
telling
hung
her?
up.
Okay.
No.
Just making sure.
No, I'll make sure the cops get the message loud and clear.
No, I don't need you to do that. I just need the closest screen in front of the NCPD
No, I
precinct.
understand.
Do you?
Yeah,
I feel like you took it a step too far.
I don't think so. I think that I clearly understood the words that you were telling me and what they
Mhm.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was the same thing.
right?
See you understanding and then you doing something are two very different things.
Darndest thing. All right, well, hey, you have a nice rest of your day. I got to get back to this. I turned the volume up on the anime I'm watching. They're going into swim finals, and it really doesn't look like he's going to make it.
I don't care. Good luck. If you need anything else, let me know.
Thank you for making me do stuff,
You asked for what you were supposed to do.
and I appreciate it.
And your concert is your stuff, so
Right. No, I appreciate it. I was just like
Uh-huh.
wondering what I should be doing.
Well, am I supposed to be doing the website
Yeah. Because that's for the
or the garden page?
Yeah,
are you asking me a Wraith?
It doesn't matter.
in general.
I'm just saying it out loud.
Okay. Have a great day, you two.
Bye.
Bye.
Grab a
Must.
taco on your way out.
Not
Taco
gonna do
drawer.
that. Not gonna do that. She's gonna leave, and she's gonna go help Checkers with the car until Rex is ready.
I'm gonna go to the taco drawer.
I feel like that'll be a much less painful interaction.
Yeah, Checkers, you can finish up the vehicle in 3 hours. It does take some parts here. Probably a significant number. But Rex
I
does
have so many.
like in the thousands of dollars worth of parts.
No, maybe not that much.
Okay.
You said Rex would be done in an hour-ish, and then he had to borrow the suit. So I don't think I'm going to finish today. Or during this part. I'm
You're
just
right.
getting whatever I need done and making a list of the parts I need.
Yeah, you're just doing initial diagnosis. That does remind me, thank you. Quinn, you get a phone call while you're
All right.
while you're doing training sims.
Okay, answer the phone. Hello?
Hey man, it's Rex.
Hey, Rex, what's up?
Hoping I could borrow that hazmat suit.
Yeah. I think I have it in a bag somewhere in my house.
Train. When can I come pick it up?
What time is it right now?
Probably say 11.
Say 11. Is my house or my whatever, is it locked with a key or like a keypad, electronic lock?
Probably just a mechanical one.
A mechanical one. All right. Yeah, I'm at work right now, but I can head for lunch break real quick, head home and grab that for you.
Nova, yeah, that'd be ideal.
Awesome. All right. I'll catch you in about want to say 30 minutes.
Okay, I'll see you there.
All right. Is it still Jenkins that's administering the tests?
So yeah, he's kind of the lab technician, you know. He's monitoring essentially psychological profiles and that kind of thing as you guys go through these sims.
All right. Say, hey Doc, I'm gonna take a lunch break. I'll see you in a bit.
He says, oh, right now?
Well, yeah, no time like the present.
Okay. I guess I'll see you later then.
All right. You want me to grab you anything while I'm out?
Yeah, get me one of those Baja Fiesta tacos.
All right, will do. All right. I'm gonna go to my house and get the. I guess I'm gonna call a cab. I'm probably not walking distance.
Okay.
And I'm guessing they're not gonna let me use a police cruiser yet.
No.
Just go down to the
Just go ask
motor
for one.
pool.
I like the ask though. That was good.
So 20 eddies.
All right.
You get home. Rex is there on a motorcycle. He says, hey, Chum.
Howdy. All right, let's go in. I got it packed away in my bag.
Nova follows you in. Yeah, apparently the girls are going to this sewer thing.
Oh,
You tag along.
they roped you into the sewer, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Friendly piece of advice: don't offer to kidnap anybody. They don't like it.
Okay, I've noted.
Yeah. Apparently, they're opposed to rendition and interrogations, but which makes sense because they really don't get much done. So they don't like the direct route to anything.
Okay. I'm so curious. Why? Who are you interrogating? Who were you going to interrogate? One of the rats?
No, there's there's a girl down there. Apparently she knows the rats. Or she knows where the rats are or where they go when they sleep. I don't know. She knows stuff, but I don't know what she knows, and that's what I was trying to find out. And she was very hesitant to give that information, so I was gonna put her in her room and sweat her a little bit, but they said no.
You need some help, man.
You're not the first person to tell me that.
I will be the last until you do.
Well, my boss thinks it's a good thing that I'm crazy, so.
That's what you said this morning. What's
Yeah.
going on there?
Apparently he has a mission that he wants to put me on, and if I do it, then he's gonna talk to my captain and tell her to lay off. I'm not sure what
Why-
the mission is, but I've agreed to it, so I'm doing it.
Why is he hiring you?
He didn't say, but if I were to make my best guess, I'd say because there ain't nobody else crazy or stupid enough to do it.
Sounds about right.
I got both in spades, so I'm gonna have no problem doing it.
Okay. I would never trust a cop, man. No offense.
No. I guess that's one of my problems. I trust too easy.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, but it worked out for you. I trusted you when I got into town, and we've been working good together so far.
Yeah, but I got a name I gotta look out for.
That is true. Did I already give him the suit? I think I gave him the suit.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I grab it out of my bag and I hand it to him.
Says, yeah, thanks, Choom. I'll catch you later. Good luck with your mission.
Yep. And if you need any backup with them rats, feel free to call me. I'll be there.
Okay, I will. I'm sure I can handle some rats.
Yeah.
But thanks. Yeah, I'll let you know.
All right. Catch you later.
Later, Choom. He heads out and meets with Checkers and Moxie. I guess you guys live in the same park, so it doesn't take that long.
No. He gets on his motorcycle, drives 5 feet, gets off his motorcycle. And goes.
Guys, standing there, he says, "Alright, let me put this on and then we'll be good to go."
Okay, cool. All right. I'll just send you the list. This is what I'm gonna need to fix it completely.
He, I assume you send it on his agent, so he'll checks his
Yeah.
agent and scrolls through, whistles. Okay, yeah, I'll do what I can, get you these parts as fast as possible. Door kind of
Cool.
opens. Cammy's there with a cold cup of coffee. What's going on?
We're going to the sewers.
Gross.
Yeah. But that, kid is living in them, so no real option. Do you want to come?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Okay.
There's cybernetic rats.
Yeah.
That sounds like even more of a reason for me to avoid it. Do you need me? In all seriousness?
Well, there is a thing to hack down there. Where we found the rats.
Is that necessary for?
Yeah.
I mean, we always need you, darling. But is that necessary for meeting with?
Not for meeting with the kid.
So we can hack it when we go down there later.
If we need to, yeah. I don't know if you want to actually use this path or not. I mean, yeah, it comes up
I
like...
think we should check it out and see if it's usable.
To check out the whole path, I want the whole team.
Yeah.
Because then we're running into a gang and this Rat King, which apparently is a bunch of rats whose tails are knotted together.
Well, that's
The
what
kid
we-
told me it was a giant rat. To be fair, she was pretty nervous around Quinn.
So it's a bunch of giant rats with the tails knotted together.
Honestly, I have no idea. What I know is that the rats that are there are like this big, and they have lasers in their mouth, and they don't flinch from
They
anything.
have what in their mouth?
I told you they're cyber rats. They're laser thingies.
You told me there were cyber rats. I don't recall lasers being mentioned.
Where do they get lasers?
They're cyber rats. They have defenses. Sorry, I didn't specify.
Great.
I mean, I told you they were nasty.
Yeah.
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 There's a
Yeah.
reason we came
There was-
back.
A level of anyway. If you want to join us, I'm sure we could use an extra person to help fight them off, but it's not required.
Laser rats? Sure, count me in.
Appreciate you.
She heads back in to go get dressed.
Moxie's gonna put on her hazmat suit.
Rex puts on his as well. I guess.
Oh wow,
you
that's
can-
that's actually really smart.
Thanks. I wasn't about to get my clothes dirty in the sewers.
Yeah, it really doesn't wash out. I tried. I'm gonna go get mine and tell Cammy.
And your breathing masks?
Yeah,
May help too. Yeah.
cool. Okay, I'll be right back.
So you guys get all geared up and ready to go.
I pack
Hazmat
my
suits.
backpack with the all of the hair stuff that I had Wraith buy. And then I managed to make the chair portable, right?
What do you mean
Yeah,
by
you'd put
portable?
time into it.
Oh.
Yeah, I
remember you fixed
Tech
it. I remember
upgraded
you made
the
it
chair.
portable.
Foldable, right?
the whole
Really
point
good.
was to make it foldable and portable
Oh.
so that
Okay.
she could move it around when she needed because
Sure.
it doesn't do much good in the sewer by itself.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, throw that in the archer, and
And then you guys go.
yep.
Awesome. Okay. So you head into the entryway of the sewers where you dropped down into them last time, pulling out your various pieces of gear. I mean, a barber's chair is still going to be
Big.
big and a one person dedicated to it job. So
We
I
can
assume
always
that's
just leave this in the vehicle
Rex.
for now.
All right.
and drop down into the sewers. And that stench wafting through the breathing filter that you guys have on. But at least you're protected from, any toxins that might come through. You head down into the sewer areas where her secret door essentially is.
Mm-hmm.
The sewers echo with that same skittering noise that you guys heard last time you were here.
As the rats.
In the shadows, you can make out the forms of the rats. Just watching. You can see little glowing eyeballs.
Moxie has a bat in one hand and her glove ready in the other.
Okay. You wait at the door for a minute, I guess, knocking?
Yeah.
Okay. About a minute later, it opens. And sure enough, Moxie, it's a familiar, dirty face of the homeless teenager who gave you the terrible haircut all those moons ago. Her eyebrows lift up as you guys are on the other side. She says, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you again so soon. With so many people."
Well, I figured it'd be better if I didn't bring back the other guy, because I know you weren't comfortable with him. So, different people, very much less kidnappy. We don't want to kidnap you. I promise.
Okay, because you kind of look like that one scene from E.T. when the scientists come to
this is to
people's
prevent-
house and come and abduct everybody or whatever.
Oh, shit.
Can we talk inside? Is that...
Sure. She makes room for you guys to enter her humble abode. Closes the door after you, leading you into a very sparsely decorated room. Just a broken, beat up mattress on one side, a desk with drawers, and a filing cabinet on the other.
Moxie takes off the hood, pulls off the mask, so her face is actually visible now.
She says, "Hey, your haircut's looking better."
Yeah, it grew out. It's really good to see you.
You too. It's been a long time.
It has been.
Kinda thought you were dead.
Almost was. A lot of people are. Glad you
Yeah,
got out.
that's true. I'm still here.
Yeah. Is this where you've always been? She gestures to the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when you cut my hair, this is where you were staying?
Oh, then? No, I don't think so. I think I was living in the garage at that point.
Moxie kind of side glances to Rex and back to the hair wizard.
Rex just shrugs.
Is there... Would you object to not living here?
Why? I'm safe here.
Are you? I heard there's a gang. I heard there's cybernetograts. I heard there's a rat king.
I'm okay with the gang. They protect the turf. I don't really have anybody coming to steal all my stuff. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know where I would go.
Cube?
I don't know if I can really afford rent. Anyway, what are you guys here for?
She has some stuff for you. You are
Hope
muted,
you're
my dear.
muted.
Yeah,
Can't
you're
hear
muted.
checkers.
Sorry. We brought you stuff. Here's what you asked for, and then I did find a chair. Well, Wraith found a chair, and then I modified it and everything, but it's kind of clunky, so I didn't want to bring it down until you were ready for it.
Oh, okay. I'll make some room. She looks around. There's plenty of room. Right there, I guess, would be good.
Cool. But yeah, so I guess we have questions about the path that we talked about and the Rat King and stuff.
Mhm. Okay. What questions do you have?
Have you seen the Rat King?
No, not really. It's deeper down in the tunnels, and I only venture so far, generally.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, this is mostly personal. When we talked earlier, I got the impression it was just a really big rat. But they were saying that a Rat King is rats tied together.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, I
So-
just call it the Rat King because it's big.
Okay. So it's a big rat, as far as you know?
That's what I've heard, yeah.
Okay. And it's like a big version of the ones that are already here? Ish, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, big one. Not like a house size or anything.
For our podcast listeners, he just made his hands into the size of a VW bus.
Okay.
Not that big.
Out of curiosity, you wouldn't happen to know where I could get a corpse one, would you? Like the regular ones?
Oh, what?
Why?
The corpse, the body. If I can figure out all the weapons it has, that might help us.
Oh. Well, there's those ones you killed.
Do you think they're still there?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Let me ask, who makes these cyber rats?
Who makes them? Oh, they're called the Toxic Kings. Which is why I called that rat thing the Rat King.
That makes a lot of sense. Clever. But you're on good terms with the Toxic Kings?
We don't fight exactly.
They know you're here, they grant you passage.
Yeah, they don't come bother me.
The reason I am asking is if they belong to the Toxic Kings, could you set up a meeting where we could talk to the Toxic Kings and maybe just get them to let us use this and not be attacked by the rats?
I might be able to. Oh, like I said, I don't really talk to any of them. I do talk to Whiskers, though. Well, I mean, I have before.
That's a gang member, not a rat, right?
Right, yeah, I don't talk to the rats, generally. They're not very talkative.
They're cybernetic, you never know.
I don't think they have, like, any AI enhancement or anything. But
Also, animals make great listeners.
if you say
True.
so. Yeah, I could probably do that. There is one time where I did see maybe the silhouette of that Rat King. It was kind of like, well, it was like in one of the tunnels off to the north side. I saw a big shadow. That's generally how I know. And like one of its feet, maybe, I think. But I didn't stay long enough.
I mean, totally understandable. I wouldn't want to either.
But it blocks where we'd need to go.
Yeah, it seems to be in that kind of region. Uh-huh. Yeah, but if you want, I can maybe go talk to Whiskers and see if he'll talk with you.
Do you guys have any objection if that happens?
No. No, it's fine with me.
You want me to go now?
No, you don't have to go now.
Okay. It's not like I have a lined up schedule or anything. Huh.
Maybe if you see one in the coming days, like a rat that maybe has died for whatever reason, hold on to it and give me a call.
Okay. She like blinks, scratches at her eyes, followed by a rapid succession of blinks. Says, "Yeah,
Everything okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. What were we saying? Oh, yeah. I can hold a dead rat, I guess.
What
I get a
skill
hold of
check
you?
do I need to make to figure out what that just was?
You could try a deduction, I guess.
Yeah, let's do that.
Human perception.
Human perception.
I
Or-
don't think it's a human perception thing. I'm thinking it's drugs or something else.
If I remember right, she has cyber eyes.
That's correct.
Yeah.
As someone who has one cyber eye, can I also deduce?
Yeah, you could do cyber tech if you'd like.
Okay.
It's another 18. Different dice, both 4s. Rude.
I gotta find it. Sorry.
Middle right.
I found it. 17.
And what'd you say, Boxy? 20?
18.
18. Okay. All right. Moxie, you don't get the feeling like it's any sort of drug. She isn't jittery. Generally, she is kind of a nervous person. But yeah, it does seem like maybe something got stuck in her eye or something.
That's
Sure.
all? Just something got stuck in her eye, not...
Maybe not physical.
Okay.
Checkers, you might know, you've heard of cheaply made cyber optics that bombard you with advertisements every so often. And you think that might be what's going on.
Okay.
You haven't, by the way, interacted with the tribe before you buy kibble chip, have you?
Oh. No. I mean, I thought about it, but I already eat all the flavors anyway.
Okay. There's some that are toxic. They're defective, so stay away from them.
Oh, I hadn't heard of that.
Well, the company wouldn't want it getting out.
True. Okay. Well, how are they defective?
That's a great question. If something messes with your mind, I think there's like subliminal messaging.
Oh. Well, that would explain some things, I guess.
If you see some Arasaka, not protesters, supporters, I was like, what the hell's the opposite word? Supporters around, that may be the cause.
That's oddly specific. And there is sentiment going around on the top side, talking about, there's been a lot of violence on the streets lately.
Yeah, I heard that.
So, a lot of neighborhoods, the Nook included, is up in arms about not being allowed to get the security team of their choice here.
Who's the Nook trying to bring in?
I think the general consensus is Arasaka. There's a kind of passive protest, I guess. They're importing a lot of Arasaka goods. You won't see many people up there without, you know.
And Militech, whose base is right there, who just went to war with them, is doing fuck all?
Don't really seem to be too involved.
Surprising.
I don't know if the problem's that big for a little neighborhood over here.
Hubs. Sorry, Checkers, I interrupted you forever ago. Did you have any other questions?
I don't remember what it was. You're good.
Do any of you need a haircut?
Yeah, sure.
Not tonight.
Okay. We'll bring down that chair and I'll get started. She goes over to the desk where she set out the different, you know, scissors and that kind of thing. There's like a pipe that she has like a little piece of gum attached to, so she could pull it out and wash her hands and wash the equipment.
I did get her a jar of barbicide too.
A what?
The blue jars of barbicide to
Okay.
I
Then
did
she
get her
she'll
that.
use that. So I forgot about that. Okay.
After the hair trim, do you think you could draw us a map of the route in the sewers?
Probably. Yeah, sure.
I appreciate that.
I guess I will go get the chair.
Sure.
We'll all go get the chair.
Yeah.
Although Moxie will leave that bag of food and water and junk food galore in the hair wizard's place.
Okay. Cool. She
But-
seems very appreciative and immediately opens something and scarfs it down. All right. So you're getting a haircut. It's much better than I did for you.
That's good. She's improved. I'm glad.
She didn't get a 1, okay?
that's
Is
that's
she
good
gonna add
because
her
you know
roll ability?
I like
Yes,
that
perfect.
both the hair wizard and Swag have both rolled 1s while trying to assist Moxie in something.
Something that they should be good at, and
Yeah.
wow. That would be an 18.
nice.
So you sit there. She chats with you. As she styles your hair, gives you a little trim. I don't know what kind of hairstyle are you looking for.
I mean, Checkers is basically just really long, straight hair, and
Are you just looking to take a few inches off, or
do what you want with it, but you know, keep it, but at least that long.
okay?
Have fun.
Okay. Okay. She gives you a nice layered haircut using some of her, I guess maybe the curling irons you brought her a little bit to give you like a little bit of wave in the back, add some volume to your hair, so it's not so straight. And yeah, it maintains that length that you asked for, but you know, just makes it a little bigger. Not crazy or anything, but just so it has a nice texture on the back.
Okay.
It takes you probably about an hour. You guys sitting here.
Moxie will at some point just whisper quietly to Rex. Did you need a meeting with the Toxic Kings? Do you want to set that up?
I think that'd be very beneficial, yeah. After you're done, she gives you, uses the mirror that you brought her, shows you the back. Yeah, using like an old beat up with agent with a cracked screen to like use the camera to bounce off the mirror. You're muted.
You're muted.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
What do I owe you?
Oh, wasn't gonna charge you, but 100.
Okay.
Okay.
I will pay her.
Any tip?
Yes.
Good hustle, man. Good hustle.
30.
Okay. So, he takes the cash, gives you a tiny smile, and says, "Yeah, so those rats, well, when I moved here, I was given an RFID tag so they could identify me and
Okay.
attack if you go into certain areas. Just thought I'd let you know that.
That's helpful.
That's very handy. Yeah, thank you.
Because that was not fun, and you saved our asses.
I know. I assume that your proximity to that terminal is why they attacked you there.
That would make sense.
Anyway, thank you for the chair, and
Yeah.
the stuff, and the visit.
Yeah.
I'll try to hold on to a dead rat if I see one.
If
You know,
you see one.
yeah. If you see one, don't go out of your way. On second thought, I think it would be good to have a meeting with the Toxic Kings next time Whiskers is around.
Oh,
If you could ask
okay.
about that, I'd appreciate it.
Sure.
And map of the sewer from
Oh, right.
here
Yeah.
to the thanks.
I assume when she gave Moxie a bad haircut, now that we know about her eyes, it was because she got ads right in the middle of cutting it.
That's
It was an ad about Mr. Amaze's loot box. She was like, "Ooh, snap!"
She does have to take pauses, which might be why she took so long to cut your hair. Occasionally.
Thank you for all the hydrates and the posture checks.
Oh yeah, thanks. Are you looking for like the whole thing?
From this entrance to, I think the checkers had already asked about the exit at the Nook.
Yeah.
That's all I really need.
Okay.
Unless checkers would like more.
Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying
Are
to
you
get
trying
this.
I was gonna say,
I'm
you can
trying
just
to
tell me
do
that
this.
she gives us a map, and then when the rest of us look at it, you can pull it up then.
No, I'm actually. I think this might be fun.
Okay.
We'll see.
I really hope it's a map done in paint.
MS Paint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll see if this works. Oh gosh, that's terrible. What is going on? Okay, I can't do it.
I don't want to do a disservice to my team, but how is her paint dry sculpt skills?
Would that be
It's
for
so
hair
good.
cutting too?
That's why I was about to show you.
I just wonder how to scale this map might be.
Well, because I figured sculpt would be kind
It
of like
will
hair
not be
cutting.
perfect, I'll tell you that. Oh man, that's too bad. Okay, well that idea is not going to work. Sorry. I'll draw you
No big
something
deal.
and hand it to you.
Thanks.
Or,
Right.
that's weird. Anyway, she gives you a map which basically details that there's basically 3 paths you can take. One is directly outside of the entrance way that goes to the left and goes up and around and to where you need to go in the big kind of caldera. And then there's one that goes back the way you came in and then directly up and over and into the caldera. And there's one that comes down out of the caldera and then connects to that left pass. So there's kind of 3 ways to go about it. Oh no, there's another way that is directly across kind of catty corner from her place that goes essentially straight up into the caldera.
And which way would you recommend?
Probably the far one on the right side.
Why?
Just seems to be less obstacles that way.
What kind of obstacles are we looking at with the other paths?
Yeah, all of them are trapped in some way.
That the RFID badge does not protect against?
No, it does.
Okay.
But I was assuming you were asking for yourself, not actually for me.
I am just curious.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
I think that's it for me.
Yeah. I think I'm good.
All right. She leads you out of her little abode and sends you on your way. And this is, I guess, where we should take a 10-minute. We will be back. Catch you guys all in a little bit. Timer. Okay. See you in a minute. Bye. Hello and welcome back, everybody. All right, let's get into it. You guys depart from the sewers, and well, the day is yours. What would you like to do? Anything for you split ways? Any?
If Rex gets the parts, then I will just continue fixing.
Probably take him about a day to get the parts.
Okay.
However, he does say something to you, checkers. Hold on, sorry. Okay, so we know this place is booby trapped, right?
Yeah.
But there's got to be other ways into this place, into the Nook. So
You
I
mean
was-
besides the sewer?
Yeah, besides the sewer, and well, besides that sewer, maybe not as conveniently placed. But if we could find other locations, maybe even ventilation shafts for the apartment building. Anything, any collapsed structures and maybe nearby. I just need options.
Okay.
Something quiet, some quiet way we can get in here. And maybe, if you're up for it, we can make something that is gonna serve as a distractionary device. Draw attention to a different location. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, go ahead.
Or some sort of drone. Think small. Something that can get into tight nooks and crannies that we can send down the sewers or ventilation shafts if we have that kind of access or know about it. That can navigate these kind of hazardous environments. I don't know if that's something you can put together, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, I can look at it. It's too bad I don't have that doll anymore, but I didn't really have anything to run it with anyway.
What doll?
It was a thing from a job a while ago, but it was like the only thing I actually had in the apartment when shit went down, so I don't have it anymore.
Oh. Well, that sounds like a strange connection to make.
It was small, it was like a drone, it could have worked for that. It doesn't matter.
Oh, a drone doll. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah, I'll need to do some research and some planning and see what I could possibly do in the time we have.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time is the problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It might be worth trying to see if we can get something together.
All may go down on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or Monday.
We take care of this all on Sunday or Monday?
Sunday is when the next concert's going to happen. And I think so long as there's enough people and it should be big. I was talking to Wraith and Desiree this morning. we're going to blast my information, whatever recorded, out during the concert.
Okay. Well, that's
So
really
we've got less than 72 hours.
when we're gonna make this hit. Okay.
Well, ideally, the NCPD will make the hit.
Right.
We'll
But we
go
can't
in
rely on that, yeah.
covertly either with them or afterwards. If they don't take the hit, we'll have a little more time because we don't have to do it that night.
But we need to be ready to move.
We need to be ready to move if the NCPD move.
Okay.
If they don't, I mean, the time is up to us. Just so you're aware that could be the deadline.
No, that's good to know. All right. Okay. I've been trying to get in contact with people in the area. A lot of them have turned against me, saying, I didn't protect it as well as I should. Maybe they're right. But either way, I don't have a lot of good options as far as that goes quite yet. I think if I can fill this deal I've been working on, though, we might be able to have at least a place where we can stay nearby. Stake out the place. It's kind of behind where that arcade was. There's an apartment building there. And I might be able to secure a few units on the Nook side.
Anything we can do to help facilitate that?
We'll see how this meeting with the Aldecaldos go.
Okay.
All right. Well, that could be something. I guess I need to figure or do some research, basically. See what I can do.
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah. I'm kind of assuming we're driving back at this point.
I would assume so.
Okay. Are we good then? For now?
I think so.
Is there
Yeah.
anything else you need to do?
No, if I can borrow Cammy for the afternoon, though, that'd be great.
Well, what do you need me for? Not that I
Sisterly
have a
bonding?
problem. What?
Sisterly bonding?
Oh. It's been a while. Sure.
It has. Never.
Cool.
Pring.
If you could drop us off at the Gossamer Flats, that'd be great.
Sure.
Cheers.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead and do that.
That's your actual apartment, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's the parking space where I believe Checkers was working on the car, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else would like to do anything for the day?
Yeah, I am going to get dressed up in my coat and my Hana mask and my whole ridiculous outfit that I'm known for wearing. And take a picture of my agent of me and put a countdown timer over it and a loud clicking noise and post that to my garden.
Okay.
I'm trying to build hype for the show.
You get a bunch of messages coming in that are just like question marks and like, he's doing something. Is this the album release?
I intentionally don't pay attention to them. I turn off notifications for the garden web or application. And then on my burner phone, I'm gonna call the architect.
The architect.
The guy I'm supposed to set up the meeting with.
The kind of manager there at the Construct Corp.
Yeah.
Okay.
I expect to just leave a message or talk to a secretary. Honestly.
You probably do. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Construct Corp. How may I help you?
Yeah, this is Franz. I was in there yesterday, I believe. I just wanted to touch base with you, make sure that we're all on the same page. I've got business to attend to, so I was just hoping to set up a meeting for the very near future. If you can get back to me at your nearest convenience, that would be fantastic. Have a good rest of your day.
You as well, Mr. Gillestein.
Yeah.
Gillestein. Yeah. I have been meaning to call you, actually. When would you like to set up a meeting?
Fantastic. Let me talk to my secretary real quick and see when we're going to be available. I'm just about to go into a meeting right now, but let's go ahead and get this nailed down. I'm going to send a message to the group. When do you want me to meet with the guy?
The secretary.
Sure.
I'm going to, like, put because I'm doing this on my burner. I'm going to put it, like, slightly down and, yeah, no, I understand. Just a moment, though, all right? Yeah. I'm checking my messages frantically. Question mark. Question mark, question mark.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Looks like I have tomorrow afternoon available. Is that going to work out for you?
Tomorrow afternoon? How about 2 p.m.?
Ooh, 2 p.m.'s a little bit late. I've got a tea time, but you know what? I can make 2 p.m. work. I'll push my tea time.
Okay. 2 p.m. it is then.
All right. Thank you so much. I value you and your time.
You as well, Mr. Gillestein. Take care.
See you then. I hang up. I post a group. Apparently the meeting's tomorrow at 2 p.m.
I believe it is...
You get a thumbs up.
At Deeps, at Cammy.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking. It's the 22nd last time I knew. So is it the 23rd today? So this will be the 24th?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Anything else?
I guess I'm doing research on stuff.
Okay.
Trying to come up with more maps. I have the one for the sewers, but
There are
I guess
other sewer tunnels you could go down. They're a little bit farther away and don't take you directly into the nook, but maybe some close enough.
Okay. So I will go over that. And then... I'm going to check basically tech nerd garden pages to see if anyone has like homemade drones that are simple and small and things like that, to see if there's anything that would be applicable that I could build in a day.
Oh, okay. I guess roll a library search.
Okay. I get a bonus for my agent, don't I?
+2.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I wasn't gonna say it because I would have been wrong, but yes, it was a +2.
Were you gonna say +4?
No, I was gonna say +2, and then I was like, they're gonna tell me it's +1, so I'm not gonna say anything. I should just always have what my expectation is.
13.
13. Okay.
Oh wait, with the +2. Sorry, 15.
Oh, 15. It's a little different.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I've got to think. Okay. Sure. You do find a web page that sells or that advertises for a business that sells drones used for guerrilla gardening. So they'll like water and fertilize soil, that kind of thing. Those might be small enough for you to utilize for your purpose.
Okay.
Prices can vary, usually start at about 1,000 going up.
Okay. So, I will message the group chat and be like, hey, so I found this drone thing that we could use to scout with. Is that something we want to do?
That unless you are within 15 or was it 5 meters? 6 meters? Something like that? You need a network architecture to be able to connect it to. If you need to go beyond that for drones.
Okay, well then, if I remember right, network architectures are really expensive, right?
I think it's 10 meters. Yeah, 5,000.
We had one.
You guys did have one. Where did you
at the
put
ap-
that?
It was
at the
in
apartment.
the apartment.
Suppose you could try to break into your apartments and see if they're still there.
We already tried that.
There wasn't anything there.
Must remain within 6 meters, I assume, is the one you're looking at.
6 meters, okay.
6 meters, yep.
Okay, well then I will put that in the message. Be like, so here's the deal. I can get this, but we have to be within 6 meters. Or we have to have a net architecture. Is that something we want to do?
That sounds like a thing. I think
Not
it's
helpful,
a good
Wraith.
idea for us to have a drone. But being that I know the least probably about drones, I don't know how useful it would be, but it would be cool to have.
I don't know. I need some time to think about it.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I want to make sure I get lunch for Jenkins on my way back to the
Okay.
place
Sure.
receipt.
Yeah, he takes the taco and says, "Oh, I didn't think you'd remember. Thanks, man."
You're of course. We're pals, Doc.
Yeah. So, how are you finding time to fit that therapy in?
I haven't as of yet gotten to the therapy, but I may have
Oh.
found a way. I may have found a loophole. I might not have to get the therapy, so we're all good.
Huh. Okay. I feel like I shouldn't ask, but why? How?
I like that's just the universal response.
You know, Doc, I think it might be best if I keep you out of this one.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. I'm good with that. Thanks for the taco.
Of course. How much was the taco and the ride back?
$3 and another 20.
Okay. I assumed, but I wanted to double check.
Sure. And then Moxie, you had your hand raised.
I did. If everyone else is done. Once Checkers is back at her place doing research, and once Rex is left, with Cammy in the garage, she can say, "Okay, I need your help with something, but it has to stay between us."
Mysterious.
Very.
Okay.
But I'm serious. You can't tell anyone.
Who would I tell?
The group.
What is this about?
You have to promise not to tell them.
That's so unfair.
Now, I know it's gonna be so much worse once you see what it is.
It's gonna be worse?
It's gonna be worse, but for right now, I just need you to promise me.
Okay, Moxie, sure. I promise I won't tell anybody
Promise.
about whatever secret this is.
Never. Mox is gonna lead her to the other garage she's rented and open it up and reveal the AV.
The sleek black AV. Cammy did not expect that, to say, put it lightly. Her face like drains for expression for a moment. Some sort of mixture of shock and awe crosses her eyes. She like blinks to make sure she's not in some sort of fucking mirage or something. And she says, "Where the fuck did you get this?"
Right, so it's a whole story. Let's go inside.
What?
And Mox is gonna close the garage behind them.
Okay.
Put her hand on the security access panel so that it opens up.
Takes the little blood sample.
Yep.
And yeah, you're allowed into the AV at that point.
I would also like to note my hazmat suit was sent with Rex.
Okay.
Before I get yelled at, I am not wearing sewage clothing. I don't even
Fair
have it on me.
Okay. Cool. You guys step inside of the luxury interior of the AV. The lights kind of turn on as you enter, and she just is like looking around. She's like, damn, I haven't been in one of these in a long time. This is swanky.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you hear Katarina say over the... I like this one.
So do I.
Cammy like
lot.
fucking jumps and like looks outside the door and around.
That would be the AI Katarina.
An AI?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm the onboard artificial intelligence to help you with your piloting and research needs. Oh, hi there, Katarina. I'm Cammy. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cammy. Moxie, I like this one.
Yeah, so do I.
How can I be of service today? Have you found a not hobo person to sell me to?
No. No,
Cammy like gives you a look.
I need you to give Cammy and I some space to talk for a moment.
Understood.
And then she's
Going
going to
quiet.
hopefully run a systems diagnostic on you.
I understand that. It's important to make sure your technology works.
Yes. Moxie's gonna motion to a seat for Cammy to sit, and she's gonna sit across from her.
This has to cost billions of dollars.
It came with a message from the eyes that I no longer have because it self-destructed, saying that if I was watching the message, that we would not be meeting. Probably not his choice. And I don't know, he wished he could help me with things, solving what happened to my family. He mentioned that the chips in people's necks are for building an army, and that whatever Continental Brands is doing is the bigger play, which is all the information we already knew.
Sounds like he didn't know much more than you did.
Or if he did, he was his normal cryptic shit self.
I can tell you miss him a lot.
He
don't gave like you this now?
It's coded to me. It takes my blood every time I open the door.
That's gotta be painful.
It's not pleasant. I've been through worse.
Fair enough.
I
Holy
also
shit.
don't know if it's a ploy.
Oh.
Katarina doesn't know what happened. She has no recollection, apparently, since she was given ownership to me and sent to the roof of Gossamer Flats.
That or she's not telling you.
Right. So I need your help.
I see.
To run a systems diagnostic.
Okay, this moment you can tell that Cammy just looks tired. There's just like this exhale, and you can see like she has some dark bags underneath her eyes that she's kind of concealed with makeup as best as she can, but it shows through at that very moment. She says, alright, sure.
What's going on with you?
What do you mean? I'm fine.
You look like shit.
Well, thank you. That's so kind of you to say.
I'm such a kind-hearted person.
I should have. Yeah, I should have expected
No.
that. No, I'm just working on this project, and it's taken me a long time. Anyway,
Do you want to talk about the project?
maybe.
I don't know if she's listening, just before you start.
Then maybe not now.
Okay. This isn't a priority, so maybe we can get some food and have a chat?
Sure. What do you mean it's not a priority? Do you know how useful this thing would be in everything that we're doing? Why don't you want me to tell the group?
Because they're going to want to keep it, and I don't know if I want to keep it yet.
Okay, fair enough.
But the minute they learn that there is an AV that they have access to, I mean, Checkers really wants to fly. She mentioned that, like, what, a week ago?
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to be thrilled.
Yeah,
Wraith
she's
will
gonna
use
be
it for
ecstatic.
every single concert or viable opportunity he can.
Checking
Deeps
it
will
out.
do the same.
Well, Quinn won't care. I assume Rex knows about it, though.
Rex does know about it because the landlord came at the apartment yelling at me to get this thing off the roof.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, we can get some lunch. Jeez, I'm
until
having
I
trouble
know-
processing this. I can't believe we have access to this thing.
Yeah, well, until I know it's secure and it's safe, I don't need to deal with the group being like, let's use the AV every 5 minutes. And that's the only reason why.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. God, I want to fly it so bad. But
Can you,
no,
do you
all
know
right.
how to fly?
No, I have no idea. I just want to.
Okay. Right, well, I'll add it to a list that I'm sure I will get requested. You and Checkers can take flying lessons. How's that?
Sure.
Okay.
If it checks out.
If it checks out.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to... Well, maybe we get out of this thing.
Let's get some food, and you can tell me about your project, and then we can talk.
Sure. Where are you guys going?
Cammy seems exhausted, so Moxie would take her to like her favorite place,
Okay.
wherever they can get like.
There's
her
that
favorite
little
food.
dongo
Yeah,
vendor that she loves.
that's where we'll go.
It's pretty close to the Nook, are you sure?
Define close, like a Scanity close, because we've gone to a Scanity and been okay.
Yeah, no, closer to our old apartment. Which
Oh,
was
that's,
like
that's a little
it's
farther
just
away,
a few
right?
blocks away.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that we'll be fine. I'll keep my eyes open. You know what? Even if we just get food and then head somewhere else to eat it.
You head to the little... Well, where would you head?
I'm sorry.
Where would you head if you're gonna head somewhere else to eat it?
Oh, I don't know, some nearby, I don't know, just some place that's private enough for us to, like, a park bench is fine so long as it's like
Okay.
quiet enough.
There's not really parks in Watson. It's pretty
Yeah.
industrial generally, but
I mean, a parking, like a construction lot, a parking lot in quotes.
there's benches around, sure, for people on like breaks and stuff.
Awesome.
But I'm just saying, like, it's not going to be a nice, quaint area. You're probably like underneath an overpass and cars roaring overhead, and then on the street.
That'll
on the
just
ground level,
drown out our
and-
conversation. That's fantastic.
Fair enough. Okay, so you guys take a seat there. eating some of the dongos, and Cammy says, "So I've been studying kind of. Well, I've been kind of,
Oh, I'm not gonna like this, am I?
no, you're really not.
You were giving me shit about being about me being mysterious.
Yeah, I know. I've been visiting Enigma to discuss.
Moxie stops eating, like freezes in place.
She like kind of cringes or winces. Just kind of trying to get some lessons about old code and figure out if I can
Crack it.
crack the chip.
When you say you've been meeting with Enigma,
Uh-huh.
where does this meeting take place? Swear to God, you say the hot zone, girl.
What will happen if I say the hot zone?
I'm not gonna be happy.
So not the hot zone then.
But you've been going to the hot zone, which you expressly told me, blackmailed me into not doing on my own. Out of dangerous. Like, there's a concern. What if you fall into a hole and you get injured and no one knows you're there? And you've been doing it.
I'm not alone. No.
Who goes with you?
So do you remember that party we went to a long time ago?
There's been a few. I need a couple
The
more
one
details.
the one in New Westbrook with the kind of the Maelstrom gang.
Yes.
So that I met a guy there, and we've been kind of seeing each other, kinda. So he's been coming with me.
And okay, as your sister, I'm really hurt that I'm only finding out about this relationship now.
Well, we haven't
Just
really had time to chat much, and things have been so chaotic, and I just...
hey, you know that guy at the party I was with? I've been hooking up with him a few times.
It's casual.
Well, yeah.
He's
Still-
not like my boyfriend or anything.
You know about Tank. That was casual.
When would we have had time to discuss it?
I don't know. I would have made the time.
I don't know. You've been really busy with Rex, and I just didn't want to like intrude on that. And then
Sweetie.
you know, the blowing up of the house thing happened, and
Yeah, that was... Yeah.
it's not like I'm
Look.
trying to conceal that part from you,
Oh, just that part.
right? Well, I was hoping it would be like more of a surprise. I'd be like, "Hey, I can break that chip," but it's quite difficult.
You are my family. So no matter how busy I am, I will always make time for you. Even if it's just for a chat so you can tell me about this person you're casually hooking up with.
I know.
Okay?
Okay.
2, not thrilled you've been doing this behind my back. Understand why. It is very sweet.
Anyway, if I
Mhm.
could see the chip again, I might be able to do something. Maybe.
You didn't make a copy?
I wouldn't break your trust like that. I thought about it.
Let's get through. Let's get through reclaiming the Nook first.
Okay.
Because I had to make a decision on where my priorities lay. And it was finding out the information on this chip or trying to get that back. Because there's a chance I don't come out of either.
Yeah, there's a good chance. For
I'm
me
choosing,
too.
I think for all of us, my track record has not been great.
It's been
when
pretty
it comes to
rocky, yeah.
firefights. Yeah.
And you don't have a mysterious man to save you anymore.
No, but I have an IV we could sell in case I need, cash.
True.
The only requirement, according to Katarina, is I can't sell it to a homeless person. They need to be, someone fancy.
So Checkers is gonna have to change some wardrobe.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she does have that yellow suit.
Oh, she hates that thing.
I know.
Oh, but does she love flying more? That'll be an interesting.
I can prioritize this diagnostic that you want me to do. What are you expecting to find?
According to Katarina, she didn't have any information about prior employer, where she flew from, where it had been. Like, all that data had apparently been cleared. Which, given the fact that the ISIS message deleted itself, I wouldn't be entirely surprised if that actually were true. But if something happened to him and he's still alive, I feel any window of rescue is small and growing smaller every day that passes.
Yeah. If who we would assume took him is who took him,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see them leaving him alive for any length of time.
Unless he has some information they want.
Why wouldn't he have given that to you?
Why wasn't he just open and upfront about the whole thing from the beginning? Why
Maybe
didn't
he
he give
felt
me
he
the
couldn't
evidence he
trust
had
you.
collected when he gave me the AV?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm not him. He's probably got something going on himself that he doesn't want you to know about.
Mm-hmm.
You're clearly a pawn in something that he's doing.
I think it's revenge for them killing his family.
Wait, what? What?
So I was doing research, trying to figure out who he was. And remember, I found that, no, you don't know about that. At that party, while you were occupied, I found a photo on the wall. And Moxie opens up her pouch on the side of her leg and pulls out the photo where it has lived ever since, and hands it to Cammy.
She unfolds it and takes a look, and she says, "This is old."
Yes, and this is a very young, or younger, eyes. So I was doing research into
He's
the
handsome.
photo, trying to figure out who people were. His name is Isaiah Adams.
Atom, but that's okay.
Atom. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's the accent.
It's the accent, sure.
I'll go with that.
She says, I feel like I've heard that name before.
He was a lead engineer and did breakthrough, I believe, on linear frames.
Might be it.
And then there was a house fire that apparently killed him and his entire family. Wife, kids.
Wow. Why?
God, Jess thinks she has the answer, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it is.
For the why?
For the life of me, I can't remember what that is.
Yeah, for why?
Yeah. Was he gonna sell the research? Did the competitor steal it? I feel like I know, like I have that answer somewhere in my notes. I could be making shit up.
Just do what I do and make it up, and if you're wrong, Blank will correct you.
I don't remember giving you any information. I just have the news articles
Okay.
about why.
Just that there was a fire.
Yeah. That's all you know so far.
The other person in the photo was there was the dude that was in the basement whose house we were at.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Whose name I can't remember. And then the woman I just figured out as a reporter. Or yeah, she was a media.
Yeah. You do have that information.
So she explains that to Cammy. So they worked for Arasaka. And if the house burnt down or they stole his research and tried to kill him in the process, or maybe he was going to, I don't know. Maybe he knew about this chip from before, destroyed the research, they retaliated. I don't think it's a coincidence that Streamline's logs mentioned Arasaka. And we know Arasaka's behind this and that he was working to take them out. But yes, I was a very expendable pawn in his mission for revenge, if that's what it is.
And how did his family die?
It's a house fire. That's right? Jess is remembering that correctly? Okay.
They seem to target houses, don't they?
Yeah. Common theme. But it's possible that with what they're doing, maybe they've hit a snag. Maybe they need his cooperation for something. That's the only thing I can think of where there may be an avenue that he might be alive. Chances are he's dead.
I might be able to, like, reach out to my mom and see if... You know, not my real mom, but...
I know, yeah. Do you want to do that?
Could. Or Checkers could.
She can reach out to other contacts, but her parents skip town.
Oh, right.
And given that she kind of sold them out, sort of, not sure they'd be happy to hear from her.
I mean, they didn't work for Arasaka, so I don't know how much they'd know. but maybe something. There
That's
is
about the
quite the
past, that's
gossip
not-
mill. Sorry, go ahead.
But that's about his past and maybe what happened to him, right? That's not.
Yeah, like I was
doesn't help
gonna
in this
say,
situation.
there's gossip mills in the higher echelons.
So you think if he was taken and he's working on something, then maybe a piece of gossip about.
Potentially.
Maybe Berman working with a sophisticated engineer?
It's possible.
If. I don't know, that's your contact, your resource. If you feel like tapping it, I will be happy for any information. I'm not going to ask you to do it.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Think about it. I'm hoping if there's any information still in that AV, it'll at least have his address or maybe where he was nabbed. And we can go investigate there, maybe check security cameras, anything. If it hasn't been cleaned up.
Okay. Yeah, I can get to work on it.
Thanks. I'm also going to maybe talk to Devin, if I can manage that.
Devin?
The
The bartender?
No.
Why him?
Because Checkers and Deep saw him talking to Eyes,
Oh.
and so I'm guessing he was a plant.
Possible.
I may turn up nothing, but won't know if I don't go talk to him.
Thank you for the hydrate, by the way.
Alright. And I think we can end the session there, unless you guys have anything you want to do before we go. Excellent. Good session, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week. Love you very much. Peace out. Take care.